Hello friends, I am Abhishek and I am here with my topic motion. Yesterday I explained you the completely strategy of me that how I am going to deliver all the topics in your classroom. So if you didn't watch that video, please go to that video and you try to learn from there. So from today we are going to start our topics. जिन लोगों ने नहीं देखा है प्लीज़ वहाँ जाएं एंड वीडियोस को देखें and please like and subscribe that video so that it will motivate me to make more and more videos. So from today we are going to start our topic, that is motion. So in up to class 10th level, 7 to 10th level, before starting my new topic motion, you should know some basics concept which I am going to tell you, and I will tell you two more things. First of all, I am not going to recite you the complete definitions and all, so you need to keep pen and paper with you. जो भी मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ वो आप लिखने का खुद से कोशिश करें. If any doubts are there, you can ask me later on. Okay, so we are going to start. So what I was telling you, that before starting motion chapter we are going to know some basic concepts. Okay, so the concept is, the first thing is that physical quantity. So physical quantity is the quantity which can be measured. It means that any quantity which has a measured value is known as physical quantity. So फिजिकल क्वांटिटी को बेसिकली हम लोग टू पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. वन इज बेस क्वांटिटीज एंड सेकेंड इज डिराइव्ड क्वांटिटीज. सो व्हाट इज बेस क्वांटिटीज? बेस क्वांटिटीज क्या होते हैं? मीन्स इट हैज इट्स यूनिक एग्जिस्टेंस. It means to explain that quantities we don't need to depend upon any other quantities. So in physics we have 7 basic quantities. One is length, second is mass, third is time, fourth is temperature, fifth is amount of substance, sixth is current, and seventh is luminous intensity. Apart from that we have two more quantities, that is plane angle and solid angle. We won't discuss about that. So these basic quantities, for example length, what is the measurement value of length? Suppose this is a pen, the value is 5 meter, suppose 10 centimeter it is, so 10 centimeter is the value. So to describe the length of this pen we don't need to depend upon other quantities, simply this length is 10 centimeter. Suppose mass of any object is 1 kg or 2 kg. So to explain that quantities we don't need to depend upon other quantities. That's why those quantities are known as base quantities. Second quantities I told you is that derived quantities. So what is derived quantities? The quantities which will depends upon those base quantities to be description, for the description. It means that derived quantities को explain करने के लिए you need to depends upon those base quantities. For example area. Suppose we have a box, we want the area of this box. What will be the area? So to derive this area what we want length, we want width. So length into width is the area of this box. Suppose it has a height, so length into width into height. So for those, that is the volume of that box. So for those quantities, to explain that quantities we need to depends upon those base quantities. So those quantities are known as derived quantities. So I think it's clear. Base quantities, derived quantities. So any quantities which will have a measured value, suppose length is 5, 10, 20, but it's centimeter, meter, kg, liter. So those quantities will have a measured value, but it will have a unit. By the unit means through that units we can measure that quantities. That unit is actually in SI, International System of Unit, they have a SI units of different physical quantities. So few of I will tell you, you need to remember all the units of that physical quantity. Suppose I will ask you what is the unit of length, it is meter or centimeter. Second is mass, it is grams or kilograms. Time has unit seconds. Temperature has Kelvin. Amount of substance is mole, which you will learn in I think 9th chemistry. Amount of substance, a mole. Then is current. Current is measured in amperes. Luminous intensity is measured in candela. So these all are the units of that measured value. Derived quantities will all also have a unit. Suppose area, it's L into B, so length will have a unit meter, and width will have also a meter. So meter into meter, it will be meter to the power 2, that is meter square. Volume is length into width into height, that is meter meter meter. It will comes to be meter to the power 3, that is meter cube. So all the physical quantities will have a measured value, will have a standard units. That's okay. So first concept is clear to you. What is physical quantities? What are the types of physical quantities? Now we will move to the second basic concepts. So whatever physical quantities are there which will have a measured value and a unit, those quantities are also divided into two important types. One is scalar quantities, second is vector quantities. So one by one we will see it. Suppose I will tell you by example, you will get to know everything. Suppose this length, I will ask you what is the length of this pen. It will be 5 centimeter suppose, or 6 centimeter, or 10 centimeter. So this length is suppose 10 centimeter. If we put it here, 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 anywhere, this length is not going to be changed. Okay, normally physics में change नहीं होता है. We have a quantum physics and all, so we are not going to explain there and all. Theory of that in physics it was there. So I am not going to explain you, means this length will change or not. So this length will be fixed normally in our physics. So this length is doesn't depends upon its orientation where we are putting it. Suppose this has a mass, suppose 10 grams, 20 grams, 30 grams. If we put it here, here, there, everywhere, it will have the same mass. It means that those quantities which will have its magnitude and doesn't depends upon its orientation or any directions is known as scalar quantities. I think it's clear. Like distance is there, mass is there. So these quantities will have a magnitude value only. Second is vector quantities. But the question will be, you can tell me that suppose we have 10 kg of sugar in my hand and we put it like this or we put it by down. So आप ये बोल सकते हो कि जब सर आप ऐसे रखते हो तो यहाँ पर थोड़ा पेन होता है, बट ऐसा रखा तो नॉर्मली रहता है. तो मास तो सेम है, बट ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है कि यहाँ पर पेन हो रहा है और यहाँ पर नहीं हो रहा है? सो द बेसिक थिंग इज दैट हियर ओनली मास इज नॉट इन द पिक्चर. मास की वजह से ये तो सेम रहने वाला है, बट व्हाट इज इन द पिक्चर? फोर्स. So from there another types of quantity comes in pictures. Quantities which will have its magnitude as well as a particular direction. It means that those quantities will have a measured value and will also have, it will depends upon its direction or orientation, means how we are putting that quantities. So those quantities are called vector quantities. So scalar will have magnitude, vector will have magnitude as well as directions. To indicate vector quantity, it is indicated by an arrow. So arrow का जो पीछे का टेल वाला पार्ट है, that will give you the magnitude, और जो आगे का arrow है, that will give you the directions. Example of vector quantities, आप जब motion chapter हम लोग पढ़ेंगे आगे, so there will be displacement, velocity, acceleration, momentum, impulse. So all those quantities will have a magnitude value as well as a direction values. So from there vector quantities comes in picture. So difference क्या होता है basically, you will get to know more about this in your 11th class. So basically difference क्या होता है, those scalar quantity उसका सिर्फ magnitude होता है, direction नहीं होता है. So we can simply add it. 5 kg of sugar, 2 kg of sugar, totally 7 kg of sugar. But if you want to add vector quantities, suppose मैं 2 meters straight गया और 4 meters ऊपर गया. So 2 plus 4, we cannot add it like this. If you ask that what is the displacement, so displacement is a vector quantity. Simply 2 plus 4 करोगे तो आपको distance देने वाला. I will explain you, don't worry. So 2 plus 4 is going to give you the distance but not the displacement, because आप किस direction में move कर रहे हो, that is the more important. So there is not the simple addition. There are different types of addition. One is triangle law of addition. One is parallelogram law of addition. So I am not going to explain you the entire concepts. It's not in your syllabus. So simply आप समझिए कि उसको आप simply magnitude के जैसा जोड़ ऐड नहीं कर सकते हो. For the addition of that we have a special mathematical rules. So we will see later on. Means up to here you have to know the difference of a scalar and vector quantities. So this was the basic concepts to start with the motion topic. So we know about the physical quantities, that is base and derived quantities, and we also know about the scalar and vector quantities. So now we are moving to our topic, that is motion. Okay, so we'll start with the motion. So what is motion? So motion is simply, motion सभी को मालूम है कि मैं यहाँ से यहाँ मूव हो रहा हूँ, वो वहाँ से वहाँ मूव हो रहा है, that is the motion. So लेमेन के टर्म में that is the motion. But technically आपको पूछा जाए तो I will give you a definition, you can write down. If an object is said to be in motion if it changes its position with respect to a frame of reference. So two words is there. One is change in position, so you already know about it. Second is with respect to a frame of reference. So from where it comes, frame of reference. So I will explain you in your terms up to 10th level. Simply, frame of reference is a reference from which observation of a object motion is seen. Means फ्रेम ऑफ रेफरेंस ऐसा रेफरेंस है जहां से आप किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट के मोशन को ऑब्जर्व करते हो. फ्रॉम वेयर यू ऑब्जर्व द मोशन. आई विल टेल यू बाय एग्जांपल्स. सपोज देयर इज अ बस स्टैंड. वन पर्सन इज स्टैंडिंग एट दैट बस स्टैंड एंड वन बस इज कमिंग टुवार्ड्स दैट बस स्टैंड. टू पर्सन इज सिटिंग इनसाइड द बस. So what is the picture? One bus stand is there, one person is standing there, another two person is sitting in a bus and it is coming towards the bus stand. Okay, so what is frame of reference? First we will take bus stand as a frame of reference. Bus stand को मैंने एक frame of reference लिया है. So for that reference a person is standing there. So what is he is going to observe? He is going to observe that two persons sitting in a bus are coming towards it. So that those two persons will be in motion for that persons, क्योंकि उस frame of reference में those two persons are changing its position. वो पहले suppose एक position पर था, उसने कुछ length में कुछ distance यहाँ पर उसने travel किया है. So for that person those two bodies are in motion. So in the frame of reference of that bus stand those two persons are said to be in the motion. So this is one frame. Second, you change your frame of reference inside a bus. We take bus as a frame of reference. So those two persons who is sitting inside the bus, they are moving towards the bus stand. So for these two persons, they will be at rest with respect to each other. Why? Because it is not going to change its position. They are in the same position before and after. So what is the thing? What is the reason behind it? The reason behind it is both of the person is in the same frame of reference. एक ही frame of reference में दोनों object, दोनों ही person है. So एक ही frame of reference में होने की वजह से उसका एक दूसरे के respect में there is no any motion. So those two persons will be at rest with respect to with frame of reference of the bus. See, this is magic. एक frame of reference में those two persons are in motion. एक frame of reference में those two persons are at rest. This is the frame of reference. Frame of reference means आप किस frame से observe कर रहे हैं motion को, that is frame of reference. I will give you another example if it's not clear. We take an example of lift. Suppose lift is on the top position. एक person नीचे खड़ा है lift के, he is waiting कब lift आएगी मैं भी चढ़ने वाला. So two person are suppose in the lift and one person is down waiting for the lift. Suppose वो lift down आ रही है, it's coming down. It's coming down. First I will ask you one question. Here you create two frame of reference. One is frame of reference of that person who is standing down and second frame of reference is the lift. So for the person who is standing down the lift, what he will observe? He will observe that those two persons are changing its position with respect to that persons. So those two persons will be in motion with respect to that persons. But if you go in the frame of reference of the lift, those two persons will be at rest because they are in the same frame of reference of the lift, and with that frame of reference they are not changing its position. Understood? So एक frame of reference में its position is changing and for another frame of reference it's not changing. So this is the magic of motion. So motion is not an absolute term, it is a relative term. It will depends upon frame of reference. With respect, with a passage of time, it will change its position, but it will depends upon a frame of reference. So that is the motion. So I think that it's very clear to you. So motion is not an absolute term, it's a relative term. it will depends upon a frame of reference, the frame in which we are observing the motion of that, of any object or of any body. Clear? Okay, so we will move forward. So in your syllabus, motion will be basically divided into three parts. One is linear, one is oscillatory, third is rotatory. So what is linear motion means? In a straight line, it can be a complete straight line or little bit zigzag. So if it's completely in a straight line, it is called as rectilinear motion. And if it is little bit zigzag manner, then it is called as curvilinear motion. So this is linear motion. Linear motion will have two types. One is rectilinear, another one is curvilinear. Second is oscillatory. What is oscillatory motion? टू एंड फ्रो. सपोज इन आपने घड़ी देखा होगा, पेंडुलम शायद आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा होगा. पहले के टाइम में पेंडुलम वाले होते थे. एक पेंडुलम विल बी, वन पेंडुलम विल बी हैंगिंग, इट विल मूव लाइक दिस. सो दिस इज टू एंड फ्रो मोशन. टू एंड फ्रो. फ्रॉम अ पोजिशन इट विल गो, it will come, it will go, it will come. So this is oscillatory motion. Another example, if you take a spring and you compress it, if you release it, it will elongate, it will compress. Elongation, compression. Between a position, origin position, it will to and it will flow. So this is oscillatory motion. एक chapter है in your 11th mechanics, simple harmonic motion, SHM. It's very good, nice chapter. But I can't explain here because it's not in your syllabus, because I am explaining 7th to 10th only. No, I will explain it in your 11th, 12th, every syllabus I will explain you. But for now we are going to stick to our 7th to 10th syllabus. Third is rotatory motion. Rotatory is simply object of the motion. Suppose earth है, वो अपने एक्सिस पे रोटेट करती है या towards the sun. So this is a rotatory motions. These three are the different types of motion. So I think that your basic concept is clear. In chapter motion we explained physical quantities, base quantities, derived quantities. We explained scalar, we explained vector, what is frame of reference, what is motion of an object, what are the different types of the motion. Now we will move towards the measured value, whatever physical quantities, suppose length we have measured in meter. So based upon that we have certain measured value like distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration, deaccelerations, long terms. Too many terms are there. We are not going to explain you today. So for today we will stop it here. In the next my videos I will explain you distance, displacement and everything. It's very crystal clear. It will be crystal clear to you. The only request is that you please go through your syllabus after viewing my videos. Try to read from your books and I think you will get everything. और प्लीज़ लाइक करना ना भूले, सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूले, सो डैट. एंड थैंक्स अ लॉट. टुडे yesterday I got many views, so very I am very thankful to those persons who have viewed my videos. प्लीज़ आज भी वो वीडियो देखें and motivate me. Thank you, thanks a lot. I will explain you tomorrow. So for today that's it. Thank you.